refuse to lose. I'd rather get these weak dudes the blues and separate them from they Jews. Teach them don'ts and do's. I raise tools, make crews, make decisions confused.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show, Refuse to Lose. I am your host, Joe Jordan. This show is basically about different sport topics that's going on right now. I will be giving my opinion, and you guys get feedback, and we'll go from there. All right. So I hope you guys enjoy the show today. So today's show is about who are the top 5 NBA players going into the 21-22 season. Top 5. All right. So I want to give my opinion, and guys, let me know what you think in the comments. So number 5, right? Whenever you do the top 5s, it's always controversy. You know, people always have different opinions, but I love the top topics. All right. So number 5, in my opinion, is Kawhi Leonard. All right, Kawhi Leonard. So a lot of people, he had a lot of pushback for the Dallas Mavericks series, saying he was outplayed by Luka. People don't realize Kawhi Leonard is still a great two-way player. All right, he's still one of the great, best two-way players in the league right now, which is not talked about often. You have to play both ends of the floor, especially in the playoffs. All right, so Kawhi Leonard against the Dallas Mavericks in the playoffs, he averaged 32, 8, and 5 while also playing on the defensive field, the defensive side of the ball. Now, this is what I love about Kawhi Leonard. People don't appreciate. Now, Luka is not a two-way player, even though I think Luka is one of the top 5 point guards in the league, but he's not one of the top 5 players in the league because he's not a. I mean, he's great offensively, but he's not going out the side of the ball. Now, on a closeout game. Think about this. On the closeout game of the Dallas Mavericks, they went down 2-0, came back. They went down 3-1, came back and still won. Kawhi Leonard on the closeout game, guys, how clutch he is. He dropped 45 points, shooting 72%. So it was game 6. 45 points, shooting 72% from the field. Think about that. It's game 6. You're down 3-2 in Dallas. And you had to drop 45 points, shooting 72% from the field just to keep your season alive. He did that, and Luka came up small that game. I'm sorry. And then game 7 was a blowout, basically. All right. So then they go into Utah, go down 2-0, a lot of noise. Donovan Mitchell is better than Kawhi Leonard. He shows back up. They tied up at 2-2. Right? He gets hurt. They still win the series. I truly believe if Kawhi Leonard doesn't get hurt, they will be representing the West in the NBA Finals, all right? But it's another story. So that's my number 5 person, Kawhi Leonard. Number 4, up here I got, listen, guys, I just talked about defense, right? But I got to put Steph Curry out there. He's the 4th best player in the league. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. All right, now I know you probably saying, Joe, you just said Luka is not top 5 because he don't play defense. What about Steph? But let me tell you why Steph is different from Luka, all right? First of all, he led the league in scoring last year. That's number 1. Listen, he had a terrible team last year. I'm sorry. People say Westbrook led the team to the playoffs. That team Westbrook had was better than the team that Steph Curry has. Trust me. They were terrible, right? I mean, the guy was getting triple team, and he was still dropping 30. If you watch the play-in game, especially against Memphis, the commentators were saying, man, they're doing a great job on Steph Curry. And he had like 33 points. They was triple teaming this guy the whole game. He's an X factor, right? He can play on and off the ball. A lot of point guards nowadays can't do that, right? They need the ball in their hands. But Steph can do both. Steph, I believe if Steph was a free agent, he'd probably be one of the biggest free agents in NBA history because he could fit anywhere. He could fit with any team because of his range, and he can play off the ball, right? Also, he is still the best shooter in the league by far. Right, best three-point shooter, best free throw shooter. People don't talk about that. He's the greatest free throw shooter in NBA history today. All right. Also, he's the most dangerous player in the league. Any second, right? You could take 2 minutes out of any stretch of a game, he can score a quick 18 points, just like that. Right? A quick 15 points like that, a quick 21 points like that in the 2 or 3 minute stretch. And also, listen, I saw a crazy stat. I saw a crazy stat the other day. Listen to this. As far as total points last year, the highest scoring duo last year with total point score was Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins. Just think about that. Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins were the top two scoring duo in the 2021 season, as far as total points scored, they were not number one. All right. So that just says right there. Look, Steph Curry's number 4. All right, he's number 4. All right, so let's go to number 3. Number 3, I gotta put LeBron, guys. I gotta put LeBron. Let me tell you why. LeBron proved last year that he's still a great two-way player. Did y'all know that when it comes to defensive win shares, and LeBron was number 3 last year? I mean, that surprised myself. He was number 3 last year, so he was playing both ends of the floor, and he was leading the number 1 defense until he got hurt, obviously. They were the number 1 defense in the league, led by LeBron James. All right? I mean, at the age he's at now, the age doesn't factor in his position because, I mean, you're in the league, you're in the league. I'm not going to talk about your age, all that stuff. We're going to say, what do you do? All right? So, but at that age, still, he's a great two-way player, right? Also, they were the number 2 seed in the West before he got hurt. He gets hurt, they drop all the way down to the play-in. So I understand, like, his impact on that team is tremendous. I mean, he's LeBron. That's all I can say. All right, now I couldn't put him higher. Sorry, I couldn't put him higher because I didn't like the way he went out in the playoffs. I mean, it's okay. He lost in the playoffs, lost AD, but he didn't go off. Like he didn't drop. He didn't go off like he did in those finals swinging. He didn't drop 40 and 10 and he didn't do that. All right. I think in the closeout game he had 29 points. Right. He didn't go out swinging. All right. So that's why I have LeBron at number 3. Number 2. All right. This is where it gets controversial right here. Number 2. I gotta put Giannis, guys. I know he's an NBA champion, but he's number 2 on my list. Let me tell you why he's number 2 on the good stuff. Right, number 1, he would have won MVP last year, in my opinion. The only reason why he wasn't considered MVP last year is because he won 2 back-to-back and he flamed out in the playoffs both years. And a lot of people say, I'm not about to give him the MVP again, but his numbers and it deserved MVP quality. All right, because he was also a running up for Defensive Player of the Year again, so he should have won MVP, all right? But if people would have erased the past, he probably would have got the MVP over Jokic, all right? Also, he's an NBA champion. I mean, I got to put, he's an NBA champion. You got to be rewarded for that. People say, oh, he went through injuries. I get it, but he won. Sorry, he's an NBA champion, all right? He also, on a closeout, he probably had the best closeout game in NBA history. He scored 50 points, 14 rebounds, had 5 blocks while making 17 out of 19 free throws. And he's not a good free throw shooter. All right. So that just show you he wanted to win that. I mean, he really wanted it that bad. That shows you that. It tells you that. All right. So he's number 2 on my list, guys. I'm sorry. And then when I get to my number 1, I'll tell you why I have Giannis at number 2. Right. So number 1, KD. I mean, easy money sniper, right? KD. All right. Listen, KD can do it all. All right, I believe they would have beaten the Bucks 4-1 if Kyrie didn't get hurt. I mean, if you get James Harden, if Kyrie was healthy, they would have won 4-1 in my opinion. But it didn't happen, And also, I believe KD outplayed Giannis in that series. He outplayed Giannis. All right, Giannis just had a better crew. Just like in 2015, LeBron outplayed Steph Curry, right? But Steph Curry just had a better team. I mean, but LeBron was still the best player. He was actually getting considerations again, MVP. So I'm not gonna fight you on that. You're not gonna fight about this. KD outplayed Giannis in that series, right? Also, KD had probably his greatest playoff game in his career against Giannis. Both, James Harden, handicapped still out there. I don't know why he's out there. Also, Kyrie's being hurt. And Steve Nash really got exposed as a first-year head coach last year. He really did. I mean, the whole team was stagnant. It was no rotation. It was terrible. It was give KD the ball. All right, KD. I mean, you could go ahead and try to shoot it. You try to shoot a jumper. You miss. I probably get the rebound, but you got it from here. That was the offense last year. All right, but KD went off, man. When they were tied 2-2, and then they went to Brooklyn. And everybody's like, man, KD has to show up. He has to prove himself. Guess what he did, man? I got it right here. I had to write it down. 49-point triple-double, shooting 70% from the field. That's key right there. He shot 70% from the field, dropping a 49-point triple-double. And on top of that, he closed the game out. He just in the fourth quarter, he was going on. All jumpers. Oh, man, it was beautiful. It was a masterpiece. All right. Also, whenever he matched up with Giannis in that series, he outplayed Giannis. Like Giannis, great defender. Giannis could not check this dude. Like Giannis could not stay in front of KD. KD outplayed. Like KD was proving that he was like Giannis not on this level. But then Giannis, injuries happen and the Bucks took advantage. It took advantage. With Jrue Holiday and Middleton. Middleton played great in that game 7. He closed the game out, even though Giannis scored. I believe Giannis scored 40 in the closeout game. But I mean, I gotta give it to KD. Sorry, I gotta give it to KD. So tell me what you guys think in the comments. If you like what I said, hey, put in the comments I agree. If you don't agree with what I said, put in the comments who are your top 5. Who are your top 5 players going into the 21-22 season? All right. So thank y'all for coming out and watching. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. See y'all later.
I refuse to lose, I'd rather get these weak dudes the blues and separate them from their Jews, teach them don'ts and do's. I raise tools, make crews, make decisions confused.